address?
Yeah, I know, because I won't be doing it.
Like that.
Because I'm not obliged to.
How do you mean you're not obliged?
Because I'm not obliged. I've had him calling around a couple of times and he said he's not going to bother coming again or sending anyone else.
Who said that?
The last caller.
Collector.
Yeah. The last census call, yeah.
Sadly, it's not down to the collector. So what's happened to the collector's field the refusal reporting because you've told him you're not doing it. So that's come to us.
Well, I just told him I'm not obliged to, so...
Yeah. Well, you are.
It's not, it's a free choice, isn't it, you know?
Not with census, no.
Why isn't it?
Well, it's legislation says that every household has to fill it in.
Well, I'm a free man, you see, so it's up to it's up to me. No. My choice, my own free choice.
What does that mean?
Because I'm a free man. You know what I mean? I was born free. I didn't say, oh, thank you. Cheers, mate, sir. Yeah, you go play that back a minute, chicken. Go on, chicken, you'll go with him, mate.
Is it Mr. Craven, anyway?
Go on, mate. I'm not obliged to give you my name as well. It's another thing, isn't it?
Well, that might be your opinion.
No, it's the truth, you know.
Yeah. So, well, we've got you down as Alex Craven, anyway. So that's right.
Well, I don't have to give my name, do I? I'm not obliged to give my name, so...
Well, I mean, the situation is, Mr. Craven, if you don't fill it in...
Yeah. Is it a legal requirement, this then?
It is. You will face a £1,000 fine. So
it's not lawful, though, is it? It's not a lawful requirement, it's just legal. It can't be both, it's got to be one or the other. Well, this is what I had out with the last chap, you see.
Well, that's what some people...
And he didn't know either, so...
That's unfortunately not correct. That might be your opinion.
Well, maybe you need to look into that as well.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know all the details, I suppose. You're just told what to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think you should go back.
It's pretty straightforward.
Just have a word, you know.
1920 says, Section 8 says that every household has to fill it in.
Yeah, I do study law myself, and you know.
Right. And if you fail to fill it in, then you're liable to a £1,000 fine.
I mean, you're supposed to break a law, aren't you? You know what I mean?
It is a law.
I follow common law myself.
So if you get stopped by the police for speeding, you tell them that you don't comply with it.
Well, there's been no injury or loss caused, so I know about my common law and stuff, so...
Right.
Go on, mate, you go put on there 1 minute, right, and then we'll go in there.
So by the same principle, you don't comply with speeding laws or...
Well, you know, it's just about, with great power comes great responsibility, doesn't it, so... Yeah. Go on, mate, it's alright.
Alright, well, I have to tell you, if you're not going to fill it in, is that what you're telling us, you're not going to do one?
Well, like I say, I'm not obliged, you know what I mean, so...
Okay. Well, failing to provide one means it's a criminal offence.
That's only on the legal side. I'm a lawful being, a sovereign being, you know.
Well, you can argue that in court if it goes that far then.
Well, what we're going to court, because, you know...
So, what we have to do now is treat it as a criminal investigation, because we're not the collector, we're the non-compliance team.
So you're a third party, aren't you?
No, we're not a third party, we're working for the ONS.
You're working for the census, are you?
Yes.
Right, well, I don't need to consent to it, do I?
Use whatever terminology you want, but you do have to fill one in.
Well, it's the truth, and I do a lot of research and I know where I stand, you know.
Okay. Alright, well, if you're not going to fill one in, we have to treat it as a criminal investigation, which means...
Well, how can I be a criminal? I ain't broke any law, you know what I mean?
Because it's for your protection. If we're going to do a criminal investigation, we have to caution you first before asking you.
This is not very nice, you know, you come into my house and stuff and threatening me with these fines and being like I'm a criminal. I'm just saying I don't want to comply, I don't want to fill in these forms. I'm a friendly, peaceful human being.
Nobody's disputing.
I know that. I know you're not, but I'm just telling you my position, you know.
And I'm trying to advise you that in law now, you'll put yourself in a position where you're going to go to court and face a £1,000 fine. And I'm trying to tell you, for your own protection, if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. Okay? So I'm going to give you the opportunity to answer some questions. But before I ask you the questions, I have to say that you don't have to say anything, but it would harm your defence in court if you don't mention now something which you later learn in court. And anything that you do say will be put down in evidence.
Well, I'm just telling you what I've said before, that's the same thing. You know what I mean? I don't need to go any further than that.
Alright, so do you understand the caution?
No, I don't need to understand anything, because I don't stand under anything. I'm a free man, you know? Someone's got to make a stand somewhere along the line. You know, I'm not the only one. There's going to be plenty of people out there I've spoke with about this. You know, I've got friends, I've got family who don't even want me to know their personal, because we've all got personal details and stuff. You know, it's all about choice. If you don't, I mean, I don't know you, I don't know you. But if I ask you a question, it's up to you if you want to tell me, isn't it?
It depends on what circumstance.
You know,
So before I ask you any further questions, do you want to get any legal advice?
I don't need to. I represent myself. I don't need someone to represent me, but then again, I don't need to go to court. Doesn't apply to me.
Can you tell me how many people live here?
No, this is it, you see. I don't need to say anything, do I?
So are you the householder?
I don't need to answer any questions. Being polite and friendly and peaceful and stuff like that. I know you're saying, you know, I'm not being any other, but
So did you get a questionnaire from the census?
I know the chap called round, and I just told him the same thing. You know,
But did you get a census questionnaire delivered?
which maybe it's a long time ago. I'm not sure, but you know, I didn't really ask for one. I don't want one. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this guy, you know, you say you're not connected with that guy, but you know, if you're with the census, so is he. If I got a job with you and you sent me out, it's the same thing. He's working for you. He's working for your boss. You're both working for the same people. You understand me? Yeah.
So were you here on the 27th of March? This is where you were living on the 27th of March.
That's my business, isn't it? Again.
So, well, we've got records to show that a questionnaire was delivered to this address, which is 34 Landale Drive, isn't it?
Well, that's for your information, not for mine, really. No.
And that we've not
Doesn't
received
really affect me either
no
way.
completed questionnaires come back from this address.
Like I said, it doesn't really affect me. It's your business, that, isn't it?
So, as a householder, you'll be responsible for doing that under the legislation. So, is there any reason why you're not doing that?
I'm responsible for being alive. Do you know what I mean? I'm responsible for my children and my partner and, you know, people around me. You know, I don't just think for me. We should all think for each other, you know.
Is there any statement you want to make?
I mean, the guy did call around a few times, I'll tell you that much. And I was in the bath 2 or 3 times. Every time he came, I thought, is he waiting for me to go in the bath? So I went and I had a walk, you know, and talked to him on the end of the street there.
Yeah. So, is there any statement you want to make?
There's nothing really to say apart from, you know, I'm not obliged to go along with this. I'll stick to my guns, you know. All this police action and everything, you know, it only applies to you if you consent to be governed, you know. All this is used in my evidence. I ain't wrote no law or anything, so. You know, when you're a free man, you get attacked, or a free woman, you know, it doesn't really matter.
So, I take it you don't want to make any written statements about this?
I don't need to say anything, do I?
Can I just confirm your name then?
No, I don't need to give you my name.
Alex Graham.
No, I don't need to give no names. I mean, even if I told you a name, I could say I'm John Smith or Joe Bloggs, so you know.
You've got on your file is 18 February 74.
I don't need to give any information on my details. Sorry if it might seem I'm being difficult, but I'm not. I'm just being, you know, realistic on my side, yeah.
You're entitled to have a look at the answers I've written down and sign it.
I don't need to. I've got nothing to worry about, you know what I mean? So you're alright. You can do your job, I'll leave you to it, you know.
Yeah, fine, thanks a lot.
Right, no worries, yeah.
What happens now is we'll just report this as a fact, that's all. Nothing to do with what decision
We'll just pass it on. I've got nothing to, you've got nothing to worry about. We're all free. Do you know what I mean? So.
Just for your own information, so you know what to expect.
Yeah, I've looked into it. I understand where I know where you're coming from. Yeah.
We'll report this back to our head office as we do with every case. We just report the facts. They'll make a decision as to what further actions taken. If they think there's a case for prosecution, it'll go to the Grand Prosecution Service, and in due course you'd get a summons.
Like I say, I mean, common law jurisdiction here always. I never step out of that. You know, you look into that if you've got some spare
No,
time.
no problem.
It'll do you good.
Alright,
You know
thanks
what
for
I
your
mean?
time.
Alright, have a nice day, both of you. See you soon. Bye bye. Go on then, boys. You putting your stuff away then, yeah? Good lads.